Few more things that we need to know about fuse before we complete this topic. How does it work? A fuse is connected in series. We already seen this. It has to be connected in series for a given circuit, right? Current flowing through a fuse leads to increase in its temperature. Like any other device, here too, when you supply it with current, there will be change in temperature of the given device. If the current's amplitude, that is the strength of the current, and the duration is sufficient to raise the temperature above fuse's melting point, the fuse becomes an open circuit and the flow of current stops. So this is the funda. If I happen to give the current and the value is above certain limit and it is there for a certain amount of time, few fraction of a second, then the fuse will melt. That's the whole point of the fuse. So we need to learn a word on a specific heat. See, a fuse is a very specific device. It has to work within a particular range. The whole thing has to work within a particular range. If not, it's of no use, right? If I have a fuse which is marked 5 ampere, that is, it will allow the current till 5 ampere. And above that, it will not work. That is, it will basically get burnt, saving your circuit. If not for this certain behavior, fuse is of no use. So basically, to make use of any given material as a fuse, we need to understand something called a specific heat. So what is this specific heat? It's nothing but if any given material, right? Say this material is at 20 degrees Celsius. If I want to heat it, if I start to heat this, and the temperature of this raises to 21 degrees Celsius. Okay. Oh, yeah. One more thing is this has to be of mass 1 gram. So again, I took a 1 gram of a given material. The temperature I measured, it happened to be 20 degrees Celsius. I increase it to 21 degrees Celsius. That is, the increase in temperature is 1 degree Celsius. So the amount of energy I spent to do this, to increase its temperature from one value to another value, basically increase it by 1 degree Celsius. The amount of energy I spent is nothing but your specific heat. Okay. It's the number of calories that is required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. That's the whole idea of specific heat. So the working principle is, main thing is this, but this also I've listed. One is specific heat, melting point of the wire, or the other metallic element. Okay, so any given material, we need to know its specific heat and the melting point. And the funda of fuse is heating effect of electric current. The whole working is dependent on the heating effect. That is, the material will get heated and in time it will melt off. That's the whole idea of the fuse. So the material generally used as a fuse are zinc, copper, silver, aluminium, or mainly alloys, right? So these are the materials used to make up a fuse. So you need to pause and write this off.